Welcome to Argentina. A country located at the southern tip of South America, where vast and diverse natural landscapes create an overwhelming world. From massive waterfalls and pristine forests to snow-covered mountain ranges and endless plains, Argentina always makes visitors feel small before its majestic natural beauty. In this video, we will open a journey to explore Argentina through the most vivid and authentic images. You will admire the mighty Iguazú Falls and hear the roar of water echoing through the deep green forest. You will see Buenos Aires, the city known as the Paris of South America, where classical architecture blends with modern urban life. Farther south, Patagonia appears with crystal-clear lakes, massive glaciers, and razor-sharp mountains rising into the sky. Argentina is not only beautiful for its nature, but also for its unique culture and the strong spirit of freedom found in its people. Each region has its own character, from the vibrant energy of its big cities to the stillness of the wild lands. Throughout the journey, you will feel the endless vastness, where every landscape can make you stop and gaze for a long time. Let's begin this journey and let Argentina lead you through moments that will make your heart tremble. A vast, untamed, and full of surprises country is waiting for you to discover. Here, we have a small challenge for you. What is Argentina most famous for? Ushuaia and Tierra del Fuego. At the place where the continent ends and exploration begins. Ushuaia, the southernmost city in the world after Puerto Williams, leans against the Marshall Mountains before the mainland breaks into countless islands. The Beagle Channel reflects the city lights like a dark mirror, while Antarctic cruise ships anchor and wait for dawn. In summer, the sun hardly sets. Dusk blends into dawn, creating a color shift that lasts for hours and paints the surrounding glaciers in soft pink and gold hues. Tierra del Fuego National Park protects the last sub-Antarctic forests, where beech trees are bent by strong winds from the strait. On nearby islands, penguins nest and share the waters with sea lions and southern dolphins. Those who reach the end of the world soon realize that every road stops here, while dreams begin. Beyond the familiar paths of the park, another treasure awaits the most determined explorers, the Emerald Lagoon. The trail leading there crosses forests and peat bogs, where each step sinks into damp ground. Its deep emerald water, true to its name, is formed by the slow melt of ancient ice on the mountain peaks, and by minerals dissolved from glaciers that create an almost unreal tone. Here, in a silence broken only by the wind and the calls of southern birds, nature reveals one of its purest scenes, adding a new chapter to the story at the edge of the world. El Chaltén and Mount Fitzroy. In the remote Patagonia of Argentina, El Chaltén appears like a final human outpost before entering the world of mountains. The wooden houses of the village rest under the shadow of Fitzroy and its eternal companion, Cerro Torre, the granite peak rising straight into the sky. Trails curve through the valleys, leading visitors closer to these famous summits. When dawn arrives and sunlight touches the granite faces, the peaks become a natural lighthouse standing out on the Patagonia horizon. Here, the wind not only shapes the landscape, but also molds the personality of the locals. Climbers from around the world gather to challenge the vertical granite walls rising more than 10,000 feet above sea level. In the surrounding valleys, blue lakes mirror the towering peaks, while ancient glaciers feed the streams flowing through the old Lenga forests. El Chaltén follows the rhythm of the seasons, shifting from a hub for climbers during the Southern Hemisphere summer to an isolated village in the harsh winter, when snowstorms cover Fitzroy and Cerro Torre in thick white snow. Buenos Aires. The streets of Buenos Aires move to the rhythm of a city with the most distinctly European character in South America. The city appears through striking contrasts, where the skyscrapers of Puerto Madryn reflect on the water where ships once anchored, filled with human hopes and aspirations. Meanwhile, in the San Telmo district, tango emerges naturally on the streets, where dancers move as if performing an ancient ritual. At the same time, the La Boca neighborhood tells the stories of sailors and immigrants through its brightly colored metal houses. Here, football is like a religion. Maradona remains an immortal symbol, and Sunday becomes a communal celebration as cheers from the La Bombonera Stadium echo across the area. In historic cafes, time seems frozen in the glorious years of European immigration. Conversations blend with the sound of clinking cups, while outside, the pulse of the city continues with unstoppable energy. Buenos Aires is not just a destination, but an emotion that transforms anyone who sets foot here. Los Glaciares National Park. In the heart of Patagonia, Los Glaciares National Park preserves a world where ice plays the dominant role. Perito Moreno, the most prominent feature of this frozen region, constantly advances toward Lake Argentino, creating a powerful spectacle as massive ice blocks break off and crash into the water. This continuous movement has carved the region's terrain over millennia, forming deep valleys and shaping towering peaks. The southern Patagonian icefield, birthplace of 47 major glaciers, is one of the last remaining witnesses of the Earth's ice age. Water flowing beneath the ice forms tunnels and caves with a distinctive blue color, while glacial lakes shift tones over time, from gray to deep blue. Surrounding the massive ice formations are native forests with their own unique ecosystems, adapted to the harsh climate where winds reach extreme speeds and temperatures vary dramatically between seasons. Mendoza and the wine route. In the heart of the Andes, Mendoza unfolds as a land where nature creates ideal conditions for growing grapes. The region stretches between mountains and desert, where glacial meltwater flows through canal systems built by the Huarpe people centuries ago. Vineyards extend along the wine route, where hundreds of wineries transform grapes into globally recognized wines. The sandy soil and elevations above 3,000 feet shape a unique microclimate, while the strong Cuyo sunlight reflects off the vineyard leaves hanging on their trellises. The day begins with dawn light as workers handpick grape clusters, preserving traditions passed down through generations. At sunset, the sky turns into a canvas of colors, and in the wine cellars, the wine undergoes slow fermentation in oak barrels, guarding the secrets of an ancient method. Iguazú Falls. At the meeting point of three countries, the flowing water creates a scene beyond imagination. Iguazú Falls consists of 275 cascades pouring down through the rainforest, producing thunder-like echoes and bands of rainbows. Devil's Throat, the largest, sends 53,000 cubic feet of water per second into a 262-foot abyss. Mist rises from the base of the falls, forming a microclimate where toucans and coatis move along the branches. Walkways allow visitors to approach the very edge of the falls, where the force of the water is so strong that the ground itself trembles. Surrounding the waterfall system are forests hiding traces of old Jesuit missions, while the river continues its endless journey, just as it has for millennia before humans discovered this natural wonder. In northern Patagonia, Bariloche rises among a circle of lakes and mountains, like a window into Earth's glacial past. Lake Nahuel Huapi stretches beneath the city, its clear waters reflecting the surrounding mountain ranges. Coihue and Lenga forests cover the slopes, creating an ecosystem that shelters pumas, condors, and the Andean deer. When winter arrives, snow transforms the area into an ideal destination for skiers, while in summer, the trails fill with hikers heading toward high-altitude refuges. Air currents flowing down from the peaks gather clouds into ever-changing shapes, creating shifting patterns of light and shadow on the lake surface. The history of Bariloche is deeply tied to the footsteps of the first European settlers and the native communities, reflected in alpine-style buildings blended with the traditional architecture of Patagonia. Salta and Los Cardones. In northern Argentina, where the land rises from sea level to nearly touch the clouds, lies the ancient city of Salta. Its streets intertwine like a vibrant mosaic, with buildings shifting colors throughout the day as they reflect the sunlight shining over the Calchaquí Valley. At the heart of Salta, a pink and cream church stands tall over the main square, its domes highlighting the region's colonial past. Meanwhile, in Los Cardones National Park, thousands of cacti rise from the dry ground, some over 300 years old, silently witnessing the passage of time. Water, a scarce resource here, persistently carves its path through rock, creating shapes reminiscent of ancient human forms. Over deep ravines, condors circle with commanding presence in search of prey, while vicuñas move along trails laid by their ancestors long ago. Valdés Peninsula, a stretch of land extending into the Atlantic Ocean, forming one of the richest marine ecosystems on Earth. The Valdés Peninsula is the stage for a spectacle that has repeated for thousands of years, the return of the southern right whales, which choose these waters as their breeding grounds. From June to December, these giants approach the shore, and for months, mothers patiently teach their calves how to survive, communicating through songs that echo through the deep water. On land, the beaches are home to colonies of elephant seals and sea lions, where males face off in territory battles that can be heard from miles away. Meanwhile, the orca population of Valdés has evolved a hunting strategy unique on the planet. They intentionally launch themselves onto the shoreline to seize young sea lions. Here, we have a small question for you. What is Quebrada de Humahuaca best known for? Quebrada de Humahuaca and Purmamarca, a canyon cutting across the Andes, revealing a history stretching back about 10,000 years. The rock walls of Quebrada de Humahuaca rise sharply toward the sky, while the Rio Grande continues its tireless flow, carving the stone meter by meter, just as it has for millennia. Upon reaching Purmamarca, the Hill of Seven Colors dominates the horizon. Its layered rocks tell the story of how the mountains were formed. Below, along the village paths, daily life follows an ancient rhythm, marked by the ringing bells of the colonial-era church. The cobblestone streets of Purmamarca wind around the central square, where a church dating back to 1648 still stands. In the market, one of the oldest clay products of the Quebrada blends with local handicrafts, while residents and visitors weave through colorful stalls and narrow alleys. Villa La Angostura. In the lake region of Patagonia, the town of Villa La Angostura hides on a strip of land shaped by fire and ice over time. The waters of Lake Nahuel Huapi lap against the shore right below the village. Within the town, winding streets run between wooden houses and gardens, where alpine-style architecture blends with Patagonia's distinctive character. The center forms around the main avenue, with craft shops and cafes set in stone and wood buildings. From the harbor, boats depart toward the Arrayanes Peninsula, home to one of the few remaining Arrayan forests in the world, with cinnamon-colored bark that has witnessed more than 3 centuries of history. Here, life shifts with the seasons. Snow transforms Mount Bayo into a destination for winter skiers, while in summer, the trails of the national park open their arms to hikers. Iberá Wetlands. Water dominates this vast region in central Argentina, forming one of the largest wetland systems in South America. Interlacing channels stretch across the plains, creating a maze where life thrives in every corner. Caimans bask on the banks, while capybaras move through aquatic vegetation. The marsh deer, once gone, has been reintroduced and now finds refuge in the vegetation, while jabiru storks build their nests atop tall tree trunks. The Iberá ecosystem survives thanks to a delicate balance, where every species holds an essential role in the food chain. In these swamp waters, nature continues its 1,000-year cycle, standing firm against the passage of time and the changes of the outside world. Mar del Plata. Where the ocean meets the pampas grasslands, Mar del Plata emerges along the Atlantic coast. The sea has shaped the shoreline through its relentless waves, while fishing boats leave the harbor at dawn and return with nets full of fish. Winds from the Atlantic carry the salty scent of the sea through the city streets. And the 289-foot tank tower has marked the skyline since 1943. In winter, southern right whales pass offshore in their migration, while around the pier, marine life gathers, with crabs and sea lions living in the area. Meanwhile, the rhythm of Mar del Plata shifts with the seasons and tides as the city transforms from a fishing port into a tourist destination depending on the time of year. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Just a small action, but a huge motivation for us to continue bringing you more exciting content. Lanín National Park. Amid the Andes stands the Lanín volcano, its summit always covered in eternal snow. Over time, Araucaria forests that predate the Ice Age have taken root along its slopes. From ancient glaciers, streams form and run down the valleys, flowing into various lakes, in an environment where only the wind through the leaves and the sound of water can be heard. The Huechulafquen, Paimun, and Epulafquen lakes make up the network of waters that has sustained this volcanic land for thousands of years. Rosario. The Paraná River flows powerfully before the city, forming one of the most important river ports in South America. Cranes work tirelessly, loading grain onto ships bound for oceans around the world. Rosario's center revolves around the Flag Monument, where the Argentine flag waves above the steps leading down to the riverbank. From here, streets radiate across an urban grid planned by early immigrants, surrounded by buildings that narrate the architectural history of Argentina. A series of riverfront parks stretches for miles along the shore, where locals gather to drink mate and fish, turning these green spaces into meeting points for all walks of life. Where the river draws endless curves across the plains, the city keeps expanding, living to the rhythm of the Paraná, the vital artery of this land. Los Alerces National Park. In the heart of Patagonia, Alerce forests cover nearly the entire region, with some trunks that have grown for over 3,000 years. These giants of nature, witnesses of ages past, stand strong thanks to the protection of the surrounding mountain ranges. Glacial lakes such as Futalaufquen cut across the park and reflect the mountain peaks, while streams carry melted snow through valleys shaped over centuries. The last pumas of Patagonia still move through this ancestral forest, and condors circle above the mountains in search of prey. In the clearings, endangered species like the huemul deer graze quietly. In this remote corner of Argentina, silence is broken only by the sound of water against the shore and wind rustling through the leaves, while the ancient trees continue growing a little more each year. Tigre. In Tigre, the Paraná River divides into thousands of channels, forming a watery labyrinth north of Buenos Aires. On the islands lining the riverbanks, houses stand on stilts, defying the tides that shape life here. Public ferries, known as lanchas colectivas, glide through the canals carrying residents and tourists, while vendors' boats anchor along the water, selling fruit and vegetables directly from their decks. At Puerto de Frutos, the town's traditional market, the river-based trading culture continues, with wicker crafts and wooden furniture made by island artisans displayed everywhere. Meanwhile, old mansions and nautical clubs in the town center recall Tigre's golden age, when the elite built summer homes here, transforming a fruit port into a place where history and nature intertwine. Puerto Madryn. Beneath the deep waters of the Patagonian Sea, an ancient ritual unfolds regularly. Southern right whales travel along ocean routes toward Nuevo Gulf, turning it into a cradle of life. From June to December, the surface becomes a survival classroom, where mothers teach their calves the skills needed for life in the underwater world. Other marine mammals follow ancestral paths in the deep water, while on land, Magellanic penguins dig burrows along the shore. Wind shapes the dunes, carrying the distant calls of orcas. Meanwhile, the city preserves the legacy of Welsh pioneers who arrived in the 1800s, where their traditions blend with the rhythm of the tides. Tafí del Valle. Amid the mountains of Tucumán, at an elevation of about 6,562 feet, Tafí Valley opens up, where Andean winds sculpt the landscape and monolithic stones built by the ancient Tafí civilization stand firm as guardians of history. Trails lead to viewpoints where the land stretches far into the horizon. The day begins in silence, interrupted only by the sounds of nature, while grasslands extend to the shores of Lake La Angostura, a natural mirror reflecting every shade of the sky. Among the hills, archaeological remains hide quietly, proving the presence of ancient communities that left an enduring mark on this place. As the sun sets, the light shifts and transforms each corner of the landscape, while the wind continues its journey, pushing clouds and painting new shapes in the sky. Salinas Grandes. In northern Argentina, this salt flat appears among the mountains like an 82-square-mile mirror, where the salt surface blurs the line between sky and earth. From deep underground, water rises to the surface through natural channels, while the sun's heat transforms minerals into salt crystals. Local workers still extract salt using centuries-old methods, cutting blocks from the crust that reaches about 12 inches deep. In the rainy season, the entire area is covered by a thin layer of water, turning this vast expanse into an endless mirror capturing sunlight. Meanwhile, traders once crossed the salt flat following ancient routes that connected Andean valleys, transporting minerals to distant markets. Route 40. Route 40 stretches across the length of Argentina. The road spans 3,107 miles, connecting 11 provinces and 20 national parks, crossing 236 bridges and 27 Andean passes. The journey begins in the Puna region, where volcanoes dominate the landscape and flamingos gather on high-altitude lagoons. It then moves past wine valleys at around 9,843 feet before gradually descending into the windswept Patagonian steppe. Finally, the route ends at Cabo Virgenes, where the continent meets the ocean, and penguins live along the coast. For decades, truck drivers and travelers have followed this road, tracing paths layered over colonial routes and the trails of cattle herders across this vast land. As we conclude our journey exploring Argentina, we have traveled from cities to remote lands, crossing landscapes that tell stories of history and timeless traditions. We've discovered both its iconic destinations and its hidden corners. Not only witnessing its beauty, but also understanding the unique character of each region. We hope these images and stories inspire you to explore the extraordinary diversity of this country for yourself. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, And thank you for staying with us until the end of the journey.